Hello again. Tonight we're going to make oven fried chicken, which is a chicken that is sort of fried in the oven, so there's not much oil there. So let's see what we can do tonight with all the chicken that I have. So welcome to Nyonya Recipe. I'm Loretta Lee. Nyonya Recipe is a fine place for fabulous food. And I'm going to share with you in my YouTube channel the different food that I cook, especially Nyonya food, which is a Malaysian type of food. And I'll also be showing some of the food that I learned to cook here, some of the things that I learned to incorporate in my family meals. So this is one of them. It's called oven fried chicken. And because fried chicken contains a lot of oil, so the fried one has less oil, so people would like to think that it's healthier, so it's a very easy way. It's like eating KFC, but you can make it to your own flavor. So okay, then we'll get on with it. Follow me. So here are the ingredients that we have. I'm using actually 6 chicken thighs. These chicken thighs are actually very small because these are the one that I bought frozen and I keep it in the fridge, the freezer, so I can have it anytime I want. But if you buy it from the supermarket, the thighs are actually bigger, about 1.5 times the size. So you will use also about 4 to 6 pieces. So I'm using 6 quite small pieces here. You will also need to use about 2 to 2.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs is a type of breadcrumbs that you can actually buy from the supermarket. Now it's quite easily available. It's a bit coarse, so it's a bit different from the normal breadcrumb that we use it here in UK. So this is a special type. Actually, it's Japanese in origin. Okay. And then you can actually use some herbs, 2 eggs, yeah. You also need about 3/4 cups of flour, which you will season later, yeah. And then you can add these spices, garlic granules, you can add basil, parsley, allspice if you have, ground ginger, paprika or cayenne pepper, cayenne, whatever you call it, and some black pepper, and salt as well. So now we're going to season it. And for the chicken, we'll season it with some salt and pepper because we need it to be tasty. So I will put about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, yeah, and some pepper. You can season it about half an hour or 1 or 2 hours before this. This is perfectly alright. Then we just mix it up a bit. Okay, and then you can leave it in the fridge. Make sure that your chicken, when you want to bake it, you bring it up to room temperature for about half an hour so it's easier to cook in the center. Alright, so let's put this out of the way. Then you would season your flour with 1/2 teaspoon salt, yeah, and then you just mix it up. Okay, and then you set it aside. Next, we want to season the panko. We'll season it with garlic granules, 1/4 teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. If you want, if you don't want the ground ginger, it's okay. Okay. Allspice, a 1/4 teaspoon. And then did we add salt? Yeah, you need to add some salt, 1/4 teaspoon. Or make it half a teaspoon. And then if you like, you could black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon. And you can add some herbs if you want. I have dried parsley, so I'm using some parsley. 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah. And if you have basil, you can add some basil if you want. Okay, this is basil. 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. Then if you add paprika, yeah, I think we should add some paprika as well. Yeah, paprika, I think we can add 2 tablespoons. Sorry, 2 quarters. 2 teaspoon, which is 1/2 teaspoon. That will give it some nice color. Yeah, so you mix it up. So this is the panko which we need to actually make it flavorful, so that it will taste nice. If it's not seasoned, then your fried chicken won't be nice. Okay, and then we set that aside. Oops. Next, we're going to prepare the egg. Okay, the egg is to help to get the panko to stick to the chicken. Yeah, so you just take the egg, break it, and then we put about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Yeah, so you just beat the eggs. You would need about 2 to 3 eggs, but these are very small, so I only use 2 small eggs. So here we've got all the ingredients ready. So we have the chicken. Here's the chicken. Okay, and then we have the flour, and then we have the eggs, and then we have the panko, and then we have. You can actually do it in a tray lined with greaseproof paper, but I find that it's crispier if I use this type of roaster that comes with the oven. So it's got some air circulating at the bottom, so it makes it more crispy at the bottom. Or you can actually flip it to do bake the other side, you know, when it's almost ready. So it's up to you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the chicken, and then we're gonna dip it in the flour. We try to make one hand free. Okay, so we dip it into the flour. Make it a good one. Yeah, because the flour will help the egg to stick to the chicken, and the egg will actually help to sort of make the panko stick to the chicken. So you put it here. Okay, let me move sides here. So you do it here, and then you dip it here. Okay, make sure that it's completely done. Maybe I put it here a bit, yeah. And then you dip it in the panko. Okay. Dip it in. Make sure you keep your hands separate so you don't get all the bits and gummy things there. So then you press it a bit so it sticks. Can you see? Oh, maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah. Okay. Then you press it a bit so it sticks. Okay, and then you just shake off the excess, and then you put it here. Yeah, put it here. Okay. Okay, you put it here nicely. Okay, let's start another one. You take the chicken. Oh yeah, that's the chicken. Okay. And then you put it in the egg. The egg will stick to the flour, and then let's make sure the panko has got all the spices well distributed. Okay, and then you put in there. Yeah. Cover it, and then give it a press so that it sticks. And then you shake off the excess. Yeah, and then you put it in here. Okay, we'll try another one. So we have our chicken, okay, which we will dip in the flour. Shake it off a bit, and then we dip it in the egg. Make sure it's covered, and put it on the panko. Panko or panko, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah, give it the, make sure it sticks, and then turn over and do the same again. Oops, it's coming out. Yep, and give it a little shake. And then we move over here, and then we do here. Okay, so we'll try the rest of it, another 3 more. Okay, flour, let's shake this properly. Flour, make sure it's all covered. Okay, another one. You will have some excess, that's not a problem. And then another one. Sometimes I make more and then I freeze the end result, the product, the chicken which has been cooked, and then when I want to eat it, I just defrost it, and then I heat it up in the oven to make it crisp again. So now we're doing the eggs. See the eggs? Without the flour, the eggs won't stick to the chicken. Okay, if the egg won't stick to the chicken, it will not have a lot of crunchiness because the breadcrumbs won't stick to the chicken. So now we have to do this. Put the panko over. I'm using about 2 cups, of it. Okay, because the thighs are very small. Let's put it here. Okay, then we'll do it again. Oops. The last one. We need to have it skin on. If you don't want the skin on, I haven't tried, I'm not sure how well the flour will stick to it, You can take off the skin, but we need the bone so that it stays in shape and it tastes better when it's cooked in bone. Okay. So here we are, we put the last piece. Okay, and we're going to put this in the oven. I'm going to wash my hands first. So now we've got it all here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this with some oil. You can actually use an oil spray like this one, yeah, or you can use a brush and brush a bit of oil on there. The reason why we do oven fried chicken is we don't want so much oil, so we can shake it and spray this over. It will help it. Oh, I'm running out. I'm running out. Okay, I still have some. Yeah, a little bit of oil will help it to become to make it crispy. Yeah, I'm running out. That's why I must tilt it to a certain angle because it's finishing. Yeah, I don't like the smell. It smells a bit rancid, but that's the way it smells. Okay, now we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, we're going to put it in the oven. This is preheated. Okay. This is quite small, so I'll make it 30 minutes. It should be about 40 minutes. I shall make this 25 or so, then I can flip over to do the other side. Okay, so let's wait. So here we have the chicken already done. I put it 30 minutes because it's quite a small piece. So so let's just turn it over and see. My oven is not evenly heated, you know, the temperature is different from. You might want to turn it and see. Yeah. Okay. I shall take, ooh, can you hear the sound? It's so crispy. I shall change this. Ooh, look at this. I've actually brushed some oil on the grill, on the rack before I put it in, so it doesn't stick so much. Okay, so it's a bit wet here, that's why I'm going to turn it over. Okay, I'm going to change this one here to here because the oven is not of the same temperature. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in another 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. We should put this side. Yes, this side. Okay, we'll go in the oven for about another 10 minutes. Okay, this is after 10 more minutes in the oven. We let it rest for about 5 minutes before we take it off because I don't want it to stick too much on the grill here, yeah? Okay. And while waiting for the thing to cook, if you look at this, I've done here with mushrooms. The reason is because I have some leftover panko and also some leftover eggs and the flour. So I thought I should do something with it, and I've got some mushrooms in the fridge. So I did the same thing with the mushroom, and it's been there for about 18 minutes in the oven. But one thing about mushroom is, I think if you put it too long, the mushroom will have water. Oh, you see? So it's a bit wet. But other than that, I think it's okay. It's a bit wet at the bottom. Because mushroom has got loads of water. I tell you what, we might want to go and... No, I don't think so. Because if we put it in another 5 minutes, it will water even more. The water will come up. Anyway, I'll try for another 5 minutes for this one. Okay? So, we've had about 10 minutes in here and I've taken it out the chicken. So let's take a look how it works. What is the end result, and to check whether it's cooked or not. Okay, let's see. We'll take one piece. Oh, it's really crunchy. You can hear it. It's really crunchy. So let's check. So long as when you press, when you use a fork to go through it, there's no red juice that comes out, means it's cooked. It's still very juicy, you see. So I think it's cooked. Let me try. So if you're using a big chicken thigh, see, it's thoroughly cooked. Okay. So I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to plate up the rest. Okay, let's push this away. Let's serve it on a plate. Ooh. So crispy sounding. Oh, sorry, it should be this side. This is the bottom. This is the top. This is the one that I had just now. I tried. Okay, here we are. Ooh. So I'm going to garnish it a bit. Okay, with some garnish. Not enough, but doesn't matter. And then we're going to put some in here, and some here, and some here. And let me see, and a few more sprigs here. That should look lovely. Yep. This is our oven fried chicken. Ta-da! Here is our oven fried chicken. Now I'm going to get the mushroom and see how it looks like. So here is the mushroom. I think if you put longer, you know, the mushroom will sweat in the sense that it's full of water. But the rest of it is quite crispy. So I think next time you just put about 8 minutes for everything to cook and be crispy. And this one I didn't spray with the, what do you call that? The oil spray. But it sounds crispy enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my chicken, a plate of chicken. Here it is. We're going to add in here. So if you're a vegetarian, you can use mushroom. And you can actually use, don't use egg, you can use maybe linseed. Yeah, linseed to make it mix with water to get a stiff paste sort of thing, and then you can use it as an egg substitute. So here we go. So here is our dinner. Oven fried chicken with oven fried mushroom. A very simple dish. It takes a while because you need to cook it in the oven, about 40 minutes or so, depending on the size of the chicken thighs. But other than that, it's a very simple dish. You just put it in the oven, you know, after doing all the flouring and coating it with panko and all that. You just leave it in the oven and then you can go and do your other things. So it's a very simple dish. It takes a bit of maybe an hour to do. So do try it and try the vegan version as well. If you're vegetarian, you can still use egg. If not, you can use linseed powder, linseed, I don't know what's the other word for it. And then you mix it with some flour, some water, and it becomes sticky like eggs. So you can use that to coat the mushroom. All right then, until the next program, I'm Loretta Lee, Nyonya Recipe, a fine place for fabulous food. Please don't forget to click like on my video and subscribe so that you'll be informed of all the new videos that I'm releasing, that I publish. So until the next recipe, bye then. Ciao. Enjoy. Sedap. Makan. Wait. Before you go, let me try out for you. So let me try the mushroom. I'll dip it in some sweet chili sauce. It's so crunchy. Can you see the steam coming out? Wow, this sweet chili sauce is very hot. So it's like buying ready-made breaded mushroom from the supermarket, which then you fry or you oven fry. But this one you make it yourself, and it's just as delicious and crunchy. And there's no batter, so it's only a very light flour and what do you call that? Panko, which is a breadcrumb. Oh, hot. Still hot. It's good because the seasoning is good. I season the flour, and I also season the eggs, and I also season the panko. So let's try this chicken thighs. It's good and crunchy. Let me dip in some chili sauce. Hear the crunch. That's very good. So I'll leave it somewhere here. So don't forget, try it. It's good. I love my food. I won't share with you if it's not nice. So ciao then, and I'll give you more recipes to enjoy, which you don't even have to cook, you just watch. Bye.